Friends, I want to share with you that this coming Sunday, August the 16th, from 3 to 4:30 in room 202 here at Christ Church of Jackson at 150 Portsmouth Street in Jackson, Ohio, we are welcoming you to come to Grief Share. Grief Share is a loss support group for those who have had the death of a loved one and want to learn and gain some tools and some ways to walk through the journey of grief. I would like you to meet one of my Grief Share friends. This is Preston. And Preston, I asked if he would please share what was it like for you to even start in, and you might explain where you were in that as well.
So first thing, the most important thing is when I felt I was ready to go to a support group. I mean, it's funny. My family and friends even said, "You're going to a support group. That's so not you." But I knew I needed tools. With the loss of my wife, I needed tools that would help me get through the grief that I was already experiencing a couple months at that point. But I circled the block. I pulled into the parking lot and I sat in the car and almost didn't get out. But I said, let's go see what this is like. I had the impression that it'd be 30 people in chairs sitting around saying, "Hi, my name is Preston. I recently lost my wife." But it wasn't like that. I walked in, the warm greeting from you and the members that were already in the group, because I showed up, week 8, I think it was. And that was also something that kind of made me hesitant to join, is maybe I've missed too much. Maybe I couldn't benefit from the group. But each week is a different topic. It's not progress from step 1 to step 2 to step 3. So I think I showed up there and God sent me at the right time for me, which I said was a week 8 or 9. And just being welcome to the group was great. The classes were set up with the first part of the video that you watch is structured. One of the great things about the video is the fact that there are many different examples. In my experience with my wife, it was cancer and suicide. They have people that are tragically lost in car accidents or heart attacks. And that each one, there's just something that can relate to whatever your grief story is. So I really like that. And each week was a different topic. So you have a workbook. No one's checking your work. It's a very personal journey. You fill out as much as you want to and do as much as what works for you. And, sometimes you're in the book and it gets emotional and maybe you need to stop and then go back. But it provides the tools to me that I would never be able to work through on my own. And it was really a huge help for me.
Well, Preston, I appreciate you being willing to let me talk with you about this. And it's important to share with people because I know you're not alone in this sense of, okay, will this help me? Will I feel comfortable enough to come back? And what can I learn from this? And is there a possibility that what I learn could not only be a blessing to me, but someone else, someone close to me who will go through this? And it was just a blessing to hear you talk about how Grief Share helped you. And just appreciate you coming and letting us hear about it.
I think one thing is, the small group, there's, maybe it changes, 5 people show up, 7 people show up.
Right.
And I had no intentions of talking. I wanted to go just check it out and see what it was like. And maybe I wouldn't have gone back. But that first session is, I started talking right away. And what you gain from the other people in the group, grief is interesting because everybody has their own grief journey, but you all encounter the same things. And that's why these classes were so helpful, is because you can find a way that it works into your journey and does help you. So even if, it's someone loses a spouse, someone loses a mother, a husband, or whatever it is, a child, even though, the experiences are different between the members of the group, you're all going through very similar things. So It's very helpful that way.
Well, Preston, we look forward to seeing you this coming Sunday.
I'll be there.
Okay, wonderful.